12 TDs on the season. That's number 4. This guy's been pretty throwing the ball very well. Here's a kickoff here out to the 24-yard line. That's where Lexington will start the game here. Hey, Alex, let's get into these starting lineup for the Miners. Quarterback Ethan Flowers, halfback Deion James, and fullback Kojiro Rivers, along with the wide receiver pair of John Willett, CJ Parrish, Alexander West, Jimmy Went is the tight end, along with Landon Stone, the tackle. 3 wide receivers set here, eye spread, and Flowers steps back. That pass is almost intercepted by the defensive back there. That's 21. Gordon on the deflection.
Tavius Gordon, a certain threat, and looking to pick that one off. A great player for the flight and a returning reinforcement member. Looked like Flowers was looking for Parrish on that one. Ethan does lead the league in interceptions. Let's see if he can limit that tonight.
Looks like the offensive coordinator saw something that he liked because they come out in the same formation here. This time they're going to send the slot west in motion down to the left side of the field. 4-2 nickel defense. Here's Flowers on a 5-step drive, going deep again. Got a reception by Ouellette.
And what a catch it was. John Ouellette with the one-handed grab, windmilling as he brings it into his chest. How on earth do you do when you're seeing it in the window there? The safety's right there behind you.
My. That is an outstanding catch there by Parrish. I'm sorry, Ouellette there. And here is Flowers underneath the center once more. 4-3. Run-based defense. They're going to go motion again. Looks like Lexington saw something on film that they really like with this motion. This time it's Parrish in motion going to the top of the field. 5-step drop here by Flowers. Flowers target once again across the middle of the field. That's going to be a reception for CJ Parrish. This team is down to the 38-yard line, or 42 looks like, of the flight.
Promising drive early so far for the Miners, excepting one close call that they did get away with. Now that CJ Parrish with this reception here has allowed Flowers to get in a rhythm here.
Really awesome drive here for the Lexington Miners. The first drive of this game. They're at the opposing team's 41-yard line. There's Flowers once again underneath the center. It's going to be a toss here to the halfback. He's going to juke one, picks up 2 yards there.
And you know, at some point, you're expecting them to eventually run out of the I formation, right? You can't just pass all day, every day. Got to keep the defense honest. Even if it doesn't go for 3 or 4 yards, it's still not a loss.
Absolutely agree there. Twins formation here once again. Flowers dump it off in the flats to his halfback, Deion James. Deion James got open daylight. Down to the 10. 1 minute beat. Oh, he strokes him. Touchdown. Deion James just scored a 39 touchdown off of a screen pass as he crosses Hollywood Boulevard.
And what an explosive play here. It looks like it's just a simple dump off the flat because it is, but there's a problem for the San Jose flight. Everyone is downfield covering all the receivers. And with how these routes took everyone to the left side of the football field, James has open daylight until he only has to make a couple of men miss. Touchdown Miners on the opening drive.
I love the way how Flowers, after he hit the back foot, he saw that nothing was available downfield, dumped it off to the flat, had nothing but open grass ahead of Deion James. What a drive by the Lexington Miners.
Only 5 plays long. You couldn't dream of a better opening drive than that.
San Diego flight looking to answer here. And on the return, and the return guy, he breaks a tackle, brought down at the 34-yard line, and this is where San Jose will start their drive. Starting offense for the San Jose flight. Forgot to do the defense of the flight on the last possession there, but Isaac Covert, as we mentioned earlier, who was having an outstanding season at quarterback. Sam Harrison and Bismarck Wright. That just dated myself there. As you know, I grew up in the 80s listening to Bismarck kick. Okay. Bismarck right is the fullback. Receivers, King Alexander. Wide receiver again is Ezekiel Bear. Tight ends, Rodney Smith and Chris Arthur. Jasmine Swift, is the center for the flight. And here's Colbert underneath the center here. He's going to roll out right. Got excellent blocking there. He dumps it off in the flat. Picks up 5 there. And, on the reception is Chris Arthur.
Gotta give a quick shout out there to Bismarck Wright, on the blocking job there, saying nobody beats the business, and he denies that linebacker trying to get in the backfield.
I think you and I are both dating ourselves right now.
My mama just raised me right. What are you talking about, Damon? I'm young.
I hear that. Here's Kobe. Handoff here. This time going to pick up the first down, but it's 1 yard short. That's going to be Sam Harrison on the carry.
And that was a stiff shoulder delivered by Iggy Turner on that one, saying, no more, no further. You got to earn this last yard the hard way.
Like at their own 43-yard line. Another handoff here. This time to the backup. Makes a little juke there. He picks up about 7 on the carry.
And there's Harrison. Looks like the flight are opting to have Bismarck Wright as the bell cow back early, going to Sam Harrison on those third down situations, allowing his legs being fresh to take advantage.
And my apologies. It wasn't 7 on the carry. It was 5 on the carry. Out to the 48-yard line. Here's Covert. There's another pass. He's 2 for 2 on the night. This time he picks up 9 on that reception.
Same target, too. Chris Arthur, a reliable pair of hands for him, and one that he's looked to whenever he hasn't been looking in the direction of Ezekiel Bear, his favorite target so far in the second half.
Here's San Jose at the 43-yard line of Lexington. 9-yard pickup there on the pass. Man goes in motion down to the bottom of the field here. Here's a handoff here to Harrison. Harrison with a stick for him before he's rocked. Oh my goodness. Where did that Mack truck come from?
Absolute car crash as they cross the line to gain. It's so lucky for the flight that Harrison has such sure hands, because I thought that football might pop out.
Casper had it. My goodness. Here's a handoff here once again to the backup, and he picks up, that's Sam Harrison again with the carry.
Oh, and that's because they've got the real two-back system going. They're happy to mix and match between the two. But it's also the broken tackle from Harrison that allows him to gain an extra 2 yards, 3 yards before the safety finally meets him up at the top of this one.
Down to the 33-yard line. For Harrison, that's 8 yards on the pickup for him. Here's to the fullback. He's going to pick up 2.
Met in the hole, and that's a hard one to say that you fell short on, because now you're probably within range of Andrew Parker's leg, but you don't want to test his leg. Not just yet.
Actually, 1 yard on the pickup there. Nice drive here for the San Jose flight. And Alex, if you don't mind, when you get a chance, can you call off the defense for us? And here's another handoff here by the flight. Harrison breaks a few tackles, brought down at the 29. Going to be a gain of 3.
And Iggy Turner flying around the field so far from that outside linebacker position. He was out of that play, but whenever Logan Thompson, his partner, couldn't actually bring the runner down, he swooped in for the save.
Over on the 5-step drops. Oh, he released it really quick. It's just inches shy of the first down. This connection of Covert and to the tight end, Chris Arthur, my goodness, this is looking like a nice connection.
It's been so sweet and so subtle and so dangerous. It's just this little quick in route that the defense doesn't seem to be covering. We'll see if the linebackers make an adjustment.
There's another handoff here to Harrison, and this two-back system between this halfback and fullback is just wearing down the defense of the Lexington Miners here so far on this first drive for San Jose.
And the Miners, when you just look at this offensive, or when you look at this defensive construction, you do notice that they are a little bit thin. They've got 2 line players, Two of whom, one of whom is new. They've got 3 linebackers, one of whom is fairly new, and they have 1 corner and 1 safety. It's very soft defense.
You're absolutely right on that one there, partner. Ace formation here. Another handoff here to going to be to Harrison once again, and Harrison looks like he's down at the 8-yard line now.
And that's just incredible run response by the safety, Kev St. Jr.
And Kevin St. Jr. is having an outstanding season himself, should we say. He's leading the league in tackles with 77. And off here to Bismarck.
Oh!
Stopped right at the line of scrimmage there. Looks like he lost it, though.
We'll see where they spot it, but he gets stood up stiffly. Iggy Turner, whenever you see Wright getting caught in traffic there, it's always one of these outside linebackers wrapping around to clean him up.
He's smash in the mouth. Oh, wow, what a sack. But big number 99, Gordon. Or was it Gardner?
What is this replay? It's just so much pressure brought, I think, by the Lexington defense here that Gardner, the defensive tackle opposite May West, just has no one blocking him because of how many people are up on that line.
It'll be a 25-yard field goal attempt here for the San Jose Flight. The snap, the kick is up, and it's good. Defensive players for the Lexington Miners, as you spoke of many of them on this drive here. Byron Went, May West. Actually, May West is my grandmother's name. One of them. Logan Thompson, Casper Haddock, who, as we saw earlier, already causing havoc, should we say. Iggy Turner, Hudson Cruz, and Kevin St. Jr. And the punter for this Lexington Miner is Ron Henderson. And here is Lexington on the return, and that is C.J. Parrish as he gets down to the 26-yard line. Defense for San Jose has.
Absolutely, and they'll take it. It's not the preferred outcome. They'd rather have a tie football game, but better points on the board than no points. They have a contract kicker, Andrew Parker, who, as we can see, kicking in this dome, he's still able to put the ball in the end zone. He's got a leg on him. How accurate that leg is, we'll see if they ever ask him to kick something long, but definitely good for kickoffs.
And here is Flowers on his second possession of the night. Hand off here to Deion James, who scored on the screen pass, or the dump off, should we say. He picks up 3 yards there on the carry.
And 3 yards that when he looked like he was going to get none. Instead, he's able to do a little stumble, do a little shimmy, do a little shake, gets over the left shoulder of Landon Stone and picks up when he probably shouldn't have gotten none.
Yeah, picks up 3 yards there on that carry there by James. Hand off here to the backup. He's going to do a little juke there, get by. He picks up a few more yards.
I think the defensive line did him a favor there by he was getting met by the safety, but then the defensive line met him from behind and pushed him forward.
Which is 33, just shy of the 34, 4 yards on that pickup. Here's to James. James goes nowhere. Outstanding stop by the defense of the Flight.
And that's just eating film, right? The entire defense knows it's third and short. It's going to be going to Deion James. It's just a question of where and how are they going to get the ball to him. This time, every Flight flocks to the football and swarms him down.
Flight is waiting to return here, and going to be tackling ball down just shy of the 30 at the 28-yard line. Defensive players for the San Jose Flight, Mass Booker, defensive end, defensive tackle, Landon Onum. Linebackers, Jade McPherson, King McNeely, and Tavis Gordon. Elijah Quick, Willie Bands, and Kronk Worthy are your defensive backs, along with kicker Andrew Parker. Here is San Jose once again on offense. Covert breaks free. Down, will be tackled and sacked for a 6-yard loss. And on that tackle is May West.
And what a sack for her to get. It's only her second or third game playing, and what a contribution to make. Covert here trying to scramble for daylight, feels the pocket collapsing, but doesn't reckon that she's going to come over the top of the pocket.
We're going to go split back spread here for the offense. Here's Kohler once again on an... Oh, I thought it was going to be an intercept. That was dangerous there. Iggy Turner, the outside linebacker, was just sitting there on that route.
And honestly, that was a moment where Iggy Turner had an angel on his shoulder and a devil on his shoulder. The angel on his shoulder says, smack that ball down, just bat it out of the air. The devil on his shoulder says, lay the hit, lay the wood, lay the wood.
Lay the wood. Here's motion once again here for Arthur. 5-step drop here by Covert. Covert gets a little pressure. Pass is complete down to the 43-yard line. And that is to Bear. Ezekiel Bear, that is.
Ezekiel Bear waking up from hibernation here. He's been one of the premier targets for Covert, finally finding a one-on-one matchup there where he's got the lead step. The safety is out of position. Covert and throws a strike. And he's been throwing these kinds of passes all in the second half of the season.
Absolutely. That's going to be the end of the first quarter. You're watching the Simulation Football League here on Virtual Sports Network. You're watching the SFLm to be exact. SFL free agency frenzy. Mark your calendar. The SFL is back with season 24's free agency frenzy. When we find out who's on the move and where ahead of season 24's kickoff in early January. Here's a handoff here to Harrison. Harrison picks up 4 yards there. You can see it right here Monday, December 2nd at 8 p.m. Eastern, right here on the Virtual Football Network. Here is Covert continuing on this drive. 4-yard pickup there by the halfback, Harrison. Offset eye. Strong eye Joker's here. Now it's good to the fullback. He picks up the first down. It's going to be the backup halfback that's Gordon on that carry.
And you can really point to Jasmine Swift leading the way for the front five here, as well as Chris Arthur and Rodney Smith throwing some blocks there.
Here's Covert once again. Covert to Arthur. It is starting to become a favorite combination for the crowd here, as they're looking like Matt Wilson and Mike Daggs out there, should we say.
Certainly looking like salt and pepper, a 1-2 combination that you can't go without. Isaiah Covert, though, just to highlight him for a second, his games since in the second half of the season has been crazy. 75 completion percentage for 209 yards, 75 completion percentage for 279 yards, and I'll get to the other two later.
You mentioned the salt and pepper there on the combination. Are you talking about the season or the rap female group?
Yes.
Another pass attempt down the field is going to be deflected away. Casper Haddock on the deflection.
The answer to that question is yes, my friend. But Covert, his other two games, 68 percentage for 217 yards and 70 percentage with 284 yards. He's been a problem.
Wow. I formation here, takes a 5-step drop. Got a man out in the flat, decide to go deep.
Oh, my God.
Away by Lexington defensive secondary.
And you could hear the entire home crowd gasp in horror as that one bounces off Kevin St. Jr.'s mitts. How did he miss that one?
Gonna go bunch to the bottom of the field here. Look at the secondary. There's only 2 guys over there. Covert. Pass is complete down to the 6-yard line. Ezekiel Bear.
Bear with a big-time play here. He beats Kev St. Jr. this time in one-on-one coverage. It's just a deep route that's developing. Jr. tries to get his hand out there, tries to bat it away, but the placement is too high for him to make an impact on it, so all he can do is just make the open field tackle and deny the touchdown. Now can Lexington stand tall again?
28-yard pickup. This ball is placed at the 7-yard line. He's going to be a handoff to Harrison. He gets tied up on an offensive lineman. He's going to go nowhere, and it may give him a yard.
Spot's going to be interesting, but really all that's there to say is that just a big stand by the boys up front, boys and girls up front, I should say. See if they can do it 2 more times in a row.
Yeah, don't short May West. Another handoff here to Harrison. Get skinny there into the end zone. He crossed Hollywood Boulevard to take the lead for San Jose and the flight.
And you said it right. This is shimmy, it's a shake, it's a sidestep. He just gets so skinny on this one to be able to bounce off. It's those light feet. You would not think that someone that's 6'2", 225 would have the tiptoe footwork of a ballerina.
Absolutely. I love the ballerina reference there. And here is Parker for the extra point attempt, and that's good. San Jose increases the lead by 3 with that touchdown from Sam Harrison. And Alex, I think we have ourselves a ball game here, buddy.
We absolutely do. We have not had any. We've been Loctite at a 1-score ball game the entire time. We've had a lead change now, so it's not just Lexington leading the charge. We'll see if they can take the lead back, or at least tie it up before the half. There's many ways that they can choose to work the football now because they do have a rushing attack. They really do. Deion James is a menace. They call him Chain James for a reason, but the passing attack has been this team's lifeblood. They've lived by it and died by it.
And here comes the wide receiver set here. There's going to be a toss to James. James outside. Takes the tackle. Tackled and brought out of bounds. James on a big run there.
And making up for the missed tossed play to the weak side, this time it goes to the strong side. Kojiro Rivers there present. Plenty of lead blockers clearing the way, but it's the defense guessing wrong on where the football's going. They're completely wrong-footed when they go to the strong side.
Outstanding run there by James. James heads to the bench. The backup comes in. Ball is right at the 43-yard line. It's going to be a 13-yard pickup for James on that carry. Here's the backup. He switches field. Tried to go back to the other side, but no, he was hit and brought down. A 56 of the flight.
Met in the hole by the other linebacker and part of the company, and that's just one that it hurts to see. It's why you can tell he's not a contract player, because you go to the outside there every time.
Here's Flowers underneath the center, looking to get something going here on this drive. 2nd and 9, gets pressure from behind. It passes deflected away and tipped it by Kronk Worthy.
And now that's the second time that Ethan Flowers has seen one of his passes bounce off a pair of flight gloves. He knows he's getting away with these. He knows he can't get away with too many more of them, or at some point they're going to get picked off.
3rd and 9. Flowers have to protect the ball here. Gets pressure. Spin move. That pass is overthrown to the intended receiver of C.J. Parrish. 4th and 9, and Lexington has to punt.
And that's such a hard route to hit. It's a breaking out route. It's that outside post, and the coverage there is underneath. So you have to throw the football high into the outside shoulder so that the defenders can't cut that off underneath. But you run the risk of putting it too high or outside, and that time it's just a little too outside.
It's Ron Henderson on the punt. My goodness, did he boot this one?
Talk about your special teams impact. You want to win the battle of field position, have Ron Henderson on your team, folks.
My goodness.
And just think, he's not even draft eligible. This guy is a new player this is his first go round on the sticks.
Oh wow, he's kicking the ball like that. Just imagine once he gets those attributes up. Here is Covert. Oh, that pass is almost intercepted. Hit Kevin Safe Jr. on the forearm there, and looks like we have a player down.
Oh, no, that's Logan Thompson. We saw him laying out on that play, trying to reach to the football. Looks like he may have gotten into some contact when he laid himself out there, and hate to see that happen. Hope to see him back soon. We might be able to get an injury update sometime on him later.
Here's Covert, 2nd and 10 here at the 23-yard line. We're going to go single back with twins. Here's Covert again. Scramble a little bit out. That pass there is completed. Another one-handed catch by this offense. This is King Alexander.
And this is what happens whenever the offensive line is standing tall and giving Covert time to throw. Look how clean this pocket is and how much time he has to wait on this route to develop, to wait on King Alexander to get just a little bit of separation on the cornerback Hudson Cruz there and then extend that. It's a great job by that front five.
Flip type triple formation here. Looks like man coverage by the defense. They're playing a little press here. They're playing up on the line of scrimmage. Right in the face of these receivers. Dump off to 25, Bismarck Wright, and Bismarck Wright picks up 6 yards.
And what happened here with Wright, we see how he was actually still getting somewhat played by the linebacker Iggy Turner there, but Iggy looked like he was patrolling the middle or the high flat. He wasn't actually patrolling the actual flat, which is where that ball went.
Here's Covert underneath the center.
Oh,
It's a Harrison this time, and Harrison is stuffed right at the line of scrimmage.
and that's a 1-2 combo. Barron Went gets off of his block, sheds the tackle immediately, but he gets met by Harrison, who has a full head of steam. Harrison breaks that tackle, but then Harrison gets hit by Cruz with a full head of steam.
Cruz came up and laid the wood there. Absolutely, he did. Another man here in motion. King Alexander down to the bottom of the field. Hudson Cruz goes with him. Here's Covert, has all day to throw. That pass is deflected away by Iggy Turner.
Someone get Iggy Turner some gloves because those bounced off fingertips. Fumble fingers, my man. You could have had that one, but at the very least, it stops the drive cold.
San Jose flight set to punt the ball away here. The kick is up. Look at the hang time on this thing. All the way to the 15-yard line. And nowhere to go. You're watching Simulation Football League minor league action here on the Virtual Football Network, the official network of SFLm, SFL, UFL, and so much more coming soon. The Virtual Football Network, where all the best virtual football lives. Second quarter here, 4:47 left on the ticker. Ball is at Lexington 22-yard line. Miners had a great drive on that first drive. Last drive or so, not so well. Had a little movement going on, and then they had to punt the ball away. And here's Deion James, shows his big boy attitude at 6'2", 220 with a truck move over the defensive player of King McNeely.
Oh my goodness, and just getting banished to the shadow realm on that one. McNeely's going to be mad and looking for payback, I guarantee it.
Oh, now at the 27-yard line, 5-yard pickup there by Deion James. He goes out, handoff here to the backup running back. He's stopped. He's actually going to lose a yard there. And McPherson comes up big with that tackle for loss.
And that is where you can see the drop-off in quality between Deion James and your average sign-on, folks. He is different and built different, and he's showing it tonight.
Three wide receivers set here. Drop back by Flowers. Oh, nice grab there by C.J. Parrish down to the 36-yard line. And if I am not mistaken, my friend, that's going to be a 38-yard gain.
And what a gain it is here. You see C.J. Parrish is running deep, but where are the defenders? Oceans of space, because both of the safeties, or the corners in this instance, are playing super high coverage. That little in break, they didn't even notice he had left them until he was 10 yards away.
Actually, that's going to be a 37-yard pickup there by C.J. Parrish, and I want to label that as the best hands catch of the game. I'll get to that ad read here soon. Man goes in motion to the top of the field. Hand off here to the halfback. Ooh, he just got helicoptered.
And that defense absolutely punishing this backup running back. And the offensive line seems to be able to feel when James isn't back there. They aren't looking as mean when he isn't the one running.
Here's Flowers. Oh, I love the way he just threw the hits. That's how you're supposed to throw the ball. As soon as you on your drop, he took a 5-step drop. On that 5th step, that ball came right up.
And he felt the pressure too. As soon as he saw the pressure coming, the timer was in his head. He saw the outside routes were getting bumped. Jimmy Wint was there for the underneath.
Great catch there by Jimmy Wint, as you just mentioned. I mean, that looked like Joe Montana West Coast offense style, baby. Here's Patterson motion down to the bottom. Now in the Twins I formation here. Here's Flowers. Once again on that back foot, he finds Wint down to the 1-yard line. My goodness.
And Jimmy Wint, I didn't know you had it in you. Look at how he's going to wrestle this one out of the air, because there's a safety right there trying to make a play on this football. But instead, Cronkworthy has this ball ripped out of his gloves, and Jimmy takes this one to right in front of the goal.
Okay, I'm going to say Jimmy was down at the 2, not the 1. And that's going to be the 2-minute warning. Yes, the convention is heading to Baltimore for the 2025 convention, kicking off the league's 25th anniversary season, July 10th through the 14th. Join SFL Nation at the rooftop pool of our host hotel. We'll get to the rest of the league here right after this play. There's a man in motion.
That's a fullback, controlerless.
There's a fullback, Rivers. Flowers dumps it off to the flag. Deion James and his Dorks receiving touchdowns here tonight.
What on earth am I watching? Deion James has no rushing touchdowns, but has scored both of them on passes. This time a little swing pass. Both times these balls have gone out to the flat, and San Jose has not been there. It's just an incredible job by Flowers to stay calm, stay collected, and deliver strikes all the way down the field on this long drive.
That was a great design screenplay there by Lexington to get James out in the flats once again, and he takes advantage of that speed he has, and he walks across Hollywood Boulevard once again.
7-play, 78-yard drive. Now just under 2 minutes left to go for San Jose before they, I think that they actually get the ball at the half, no?
San Jose gets the ball back, if I'm not mistaken. I believe Lexington had the first possession of the game.
That sounds right. Yeah, they scored on the first possession. So San Jose with an opportunity, if they could score here. Mm-hmm. And then at the half, or getting the ball back after the half, they could then extend their lead or try and take the lead if they have to settle for 3 on this drive.
Absolutely. It's a lot of time on the clock. They can retake the lead here. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Man goes in motion. Man coverage here by this Lexington defense. We've been seeing a lot of man coverage tonight. Here's a handoff here to Harrison. Harrison, big boy move, and he picks up 8 yards on the kick.
And that's just a brutal running on 1st down. That's the worst case scenario outside of just an automatic moving the chains, because this is, it's 2nd and 2, so you expect them to run the football again, but they could, just because it's 2nd down and they have so little to go, they could decide to take a deep shot here. They have that option in their back pocket, and the defense has to respect it.
They're going to come out in jumbo package here, though. 22 personnel on the field. Looks like blitz coming up top, and it is. But no, Bismarck Wright picks up the 1st down after shaking off a defender, and they're going to call a timeout here.
And that was the big neck roll of Casper Haddock that got shrugged off on that one. That's not someone you see bouncing off like that normally. Bismarck Wright is a mean man today.
Bismarck picks up 5 yards on that carry. Three-step drop here by Covert, right across the middle, and he's fine. His number 1 tight end of the night, Chris Arthur, with that reception.
Now they're at midfield. You've got options. You've got one timeout left, but you've got to stay aggressive here.
6-yard pickup after that reception to the 49-yard line. In motion is Bismarck Wright. Look out for all to the offset tight end. Goes on a slant. No! Has intercepted by Hudson Cruz.
Cruz control on the loose as he reads that crossing route coming in short, jumps it and eats it alive, leaves no crumbs.
Watch this. I was looking for him to go to Arthur right across the middle on a slant, but he decided to go in the opposite way to the receiver on a corner post. And man, was Hudson Cruz sitting there waiting on that pass to be thrown.
An absolute menace. Last week he forced a fumble that his teammate recovered that swung the game in Lexington's favor. Now he's got an interception.
Here's Flowers. He goes deep down the field. That pass is almost intercepted.
Almost giving it right back. Can we not? Oh no, CJ is hurt.
No, not CJ Parrish.
The number one receiver in yards for this Miners offense on the ground. That's going to hurt in ways you can't even describe.
You're absolutely right. I mean, he has been the number one receiver for this offense. 892 yards on the season, and he's averaging 89.2 yards a game. So if he's out for the game, just to imagine what Lexington is losing. But they do have a receiver hiding in the back who can come out and make some noise as he did the last 2 weeks. Here is James. James with a big boy move, fumble down to the 47-yard line.
I just watched a dump truck hit a garbage can and send it flying.
My goodness. Here is Flowers underneath the center, gets pressure up top. That pass is intercepted. He throws it right back to the defense and comes away with that interception.
And it's hard to know where he was looking, but it was looking to the right side of the field because this ball gets picked off so early and there's three receivers. It looks like it was Jimmy Witt breaking to the outside. There's so many defenders in the area that he didn't even have Jimmy Witt as his coverage assignment, but he was in the right place at the right time and made a great play on the ball.
And the last 30 seconds of game time has been crazy.
Back and forth we go.
Here's King Alexander in motion to the top of the field, and Cruz is going to follow him. 5-step drop here by Covert. Covert once again coming with the completion down to the 25-yard line. Ezekiel Barrett, what an outstanding catch. That is your retro catch of the game. Get yourself a retro. That's part of the ad read. Gonna go weak eye twins here. Here's the offense. Play action is Covert. Oh, play. My goodness. A nice catch by King Alexander. I love the way Covert did the play action and came right back to the same side of the field where the play action went. I mean, talk about food in the defense, because Cruz sure in heck did fall for the play action.
And it's one of those that's just so heartbreaking to see because he was so money on the last drive, stopping it cold. This time, he falls for a mean play action. He's out of position, and that leaves King Alexander one-on-one and a delicious forearm shiver.
Ball here now at the 6-yard line. Covert going to go to the air, back up the end. Pass is caught to Ezekiel Barrett. Shoot ball, spins on the ground. Touchdown, San Jose, and Barrett just crossed Hollywood Boulevard.
And another touchdown back, and these two teams refusing to give up, refusing to give even an inch. You see, we were thinking San Jose didn't have that much time to work with. Instead, they lead a clinical two-minute drive. They maybe leave a little time left on the clock, but they're clearly not scared of the Lexington offense.
The way these two teams have been playing are moving up and down the field. I mean, when San Jose got the ball back, it was 50 seconds left on the clock. 10 seconds off the clock on this drive. I mean, wow. I wouldn't be surprised if Lexington tried to do something themselves as far as getting into the opposite side of the field. And here is CJ Parrish. No, that's not CJ Parrish. My apologies. I thought I saw 16 instead of 12.
I think that's like the 4th or 5th or 6th stringer Matisse.
Here is Lexington. 36 seconds left on the clock. They come out in the I-twins. Look like they may settle for a run, but you never know with an I-twins. Tight end Jimmy Fent down to the left. I'm sorry, right side of the line. Going to hand it off here to James, and James going to go down after picking up 2.
Looks like they're going to elect to take it to the half, and I don't blame you. Whenever you have a drive that you get a turnover, you've taken the ball away from San Jose, and then you immediately give the ball back, and they've got the ball in prime field position, then they go down and take a lead. Just go to the half. Avoid a disaster.
Yeah. We're obviously set here. We're going to hand it off here once again to the halfback. He's going to pick up about 4 yards there. And that's going to do it for the first half, people.
And what a first half it's been. We've had, we've had Lexington taking the lead, then San Jose battling back to take the lead, Lexington scoring again, San Jose scoring back. Woo! What has the second half got in store for us?
My goodness. I mean, the first half was very entertaining. I'm just hoping the second half is just as entertaining as we have experienced here in the first half. I mean, Deion James has been doing it both on the ground and receiving. We saw the long 38, 39-yard touchdown pass reception that he had on the dump off as he was just sitting in the flats. No one was there to pick him up as he scored on that touchdown. And then he had another one off in the flat. But man, Harrison and Bismarck Wright are just pounding the run game. That two-headed monster there for San Jose Flight has been absolutely amazing to watch.
Hit the nail on the head there, and that's opened up the pass for Isaac Covert. But let's get a quick injury update here. Check in on both sides of the ball. Logan Thompson with a fractured arm and CJ Parrish with a broken finger. We might see CJ back, but we will not be seeing Logan, unfortunately. Checking on the...
And to finish off my ad read for the SFL convention, sorry about that, the Hyatt Regency looking out into Baltimore's Inner Harbor and revealing the league's first convention on the East Coast. You can reserve your room now at the special group rate at simfl.net. That's simfl.net. On the return down to the 36-yard line. That's probably a bad spot. Looks like the 35-yard line is where he got hit.
But that to me kind of tells you all you need to know about the difference between a contract kicker and non, because Andrew Parker has been putting that kick on the far side of the end zone all night, and those returns have not been getting past the 30. Doesn't matter if it's CJ Parrish or his backup.
Here's Bismarck Wright. I'm such an 80s baby, I tell you. I just keep saying Bismarck Key. My apologies to Bismarck Wright. Here's Bismarck Wright, who's in the backfield in I formation. How many times did you see a fullback lined up in I form? I'm sorry, in single back formation there, and Haddock on the tackle there.
Looked like Haddock also got a little assist there from the cornerback. There was a leg churn, and it could have gone either way, but the cornerback arrived to give him that extra momentum.
Now we see Sam Harrison. Covert down the field. This time to Alexander Barrett again. I mean, these two individuals of Barrett and Arthur has been outstanding receiving core for Covert tonight.
And what's more than that is just how few targets have gone to King Alexander. A few have gone his way, but that's where Hudson Cruz has been patrolling. That's been that matchup all night. So they've been more than happy to pick apart whoever Cruz is not covering.
King Alexander is averaging 80.7 yards per game for this SFL minor league season. Man go in motion. Rodney Smith Tight end. 5-step drop here by Covert. Oh, overthrew his receiver. And the receiver was open.
And there was definitely a spot in the coverage there that was very soft. King Alexander running towards it, but Covert, perhaps feeling some footsteps coming off and pocket collapsing behind him, he definitely had the timer ringing, so he got it out there in a quick hurry.
Here's more right, dodged the eye of this I formation here. 2-step drop by Covert. Covert finds Arthur across the middle.
And that was do or die in that moment because Baron Went was coming off that weak side. He would have absolutely lit Isaac up. And instead, Casper Haddock has to wrap up an otherwise beautiful pass to the middle.
And Arthur picks up 8 yards there on the catch. Gotta go I Joker's pair here. Here is Wright. Wright with another outstanding run.
He's just been physical bruising back tonight. He's 6 foot 225, but he's runs like he's 230, 40, 230 or 240. He has that sort of menacing mood to him. He's more than happy to put a shoulder in someone's chest.
That was an 8-yard pickup there by Wright. Here is Covert once again. Drops back. Oh, he's overthrown another wide open receiver.
And as much as it sucks, you know what? I still like that he's trying to put it where only his guy can get it, because if you soft arm that, if you leave a duck that goes short, the linebackers are going to feast on that. You have to put it where only your guy can get it, and sometimes there's just too much on it.
Yeah, you're absolutely right there, Alex. And he's just putting a little bit too much mustard on it. He's going to hand it off. Play action. Fool, the commentator picks up a first down to the 8-yard line. On the reception is King Alexander.
This time, King Alexander in the slot, uncovered out except by a replacement. And in that one-on-one matchup, he exploits. He runs to daylight because this zone coverage is soft up the seam. He basically just goes straight as soon as he gets from the snap, and he finds himself in the open field. Can't leave a man that good, that open. He's already #always open if you ask him.
They're going to go shotgun here. Covert's going to dump it off to Bismarck in the flags. He's going to pick up a few yards there. 2nd and goal. Outstanding coverage there by Cruz.
Not only that, tell me something, Damon. Would Houston ever call shotgun inside the 10-yard line?
I would never do it, but the AI does. No,
It's so real. Shotgun again?
Oh,
No.
maybe the coordinator saw something they like. Here is Covert, touchdown! Alexander King! Well, King Alexander, I just said it backwards. No matter how you say his name, just as long as you get both of the names correct, and he catches this right at the goal line, and he gets smashed. He paid for that catch.
He absolutely did, but he clings onto the football, and that extends this to a 2-score game. Pressure is now all on the Miners, because if they don't answer back, this can get out of hand quickly. San Jose is taking to the air.
They absolutely are. They're putting the flight in flight tonight because Covert is throwing the ball all over the park. And going back to shotgun, back-to-back plays, they just basically told us, you stay up in the booth, let us control what's happening down here on the field, because we're seeing something in the defense that we can take advantage of. And that's exactly what they did right there in that shotgun play inside of goal line situation, or should we say inside the 10. And here's Ouellette on the return.
Ouellette gets hit on that one. Definitely a stinger. I'd kind of be surprised if we see him out there on this next snap. That one looked like it hurt. Yeah, there's the backup over there on the other side of the formation. Nope, he's on the bottom side.
Here is Flowers underneath the center. Can he get produce another big drive? That pass is overthrown as well.
I think he was
He
looking
threw
for
that one way.
Yeah, I think he was looking for Alexander West, trying to fit it in between the safeties, but I know that guy is supposed to be fast, but he's not that fast.
Tell him to put some air on it and let the receiver run underneath it. Here's West in motion. to the top of the field. At the 23, Flowers steps back. That pass is caught by West. West with his first reception of the night. And they're going to, let's see what the flag is. They're going to call PI. Is it on offense or defense? It is going to be a defensive PI. And Lexington is going to decline it.
Talk about catching that one the hard way, right?
Absolutely. That pass is out to the 48-yard line, 25-yard pickup there for Alex West. Alex West, 6'4", 225. Big man going up to get it. Oh, that pass was thrown in coverage. It is intercepted. Elijah Quick. DJ Quick is my name.
Quick is his name and quick is his game, and he snags that one out of the sky in the blink of an eye. And this is a situation where the target is West on the quick hitter route, but he gets absolutely lit up by the linebacker as that football is arriving, meaning that he can't even make the play as this one sails straight at Quick, who's behind where West's route was taking him.
I'm not sure if you saw that, but that ball bounced off of Quick foot and into his hands.
Talk about magic. That might have happened.
Well, I do it. I'm telling you, that's what I saw. This is going to be an incomplete pass intended for Arthur here. Wow. I mean, if that's what happened, talk about great athleticism and concentration. Because it looked like that ball bounced or was deflected and hit off of Quick, his left foot, and bounced right to his hand.
Oh my, we just got confirmation from the production truck. That was off his foot and into his hands. We're playing football and football, folks.
Give it up for SFL Commissioner Cameron Irvine, the producer in the truck, and there's going to be another catch here for King Alexander.
Looks like King Alexander is finally figuring out what he needs to do in this one-on-one matchup against Cruz. Cruz giving it his best, but Cruz is new to the SFLm, and this veteran in King Alexander isn't even a dev leaguer anymore. He is SFL reinforcements. He has been here since 2023 and is showing his veteran skills.
High formation here for the flight. They're going to put the fullback right in motion. Handoff here to Harrison. Harrison breaks a few tackles there. Picks up 7.
And that's just an incredible run on first down. It's a number of ways that you could go, but whenever you go to the run, you really want it to be a powerful one, and you need to remind the defense that they can't cheat and just focus on the pass.
Another handoff here to the backup, and he's going to go down. Nowhere to go. 33 for this offense.
What happened? Well, one play, the front five got all the push in the world. Then suddenly Lexington stacks the box and tightens up.
You got 2 big guys on the defense. Oh, that pass by exactly King Alexander. This guy is putting on a show tonight. I guess he said, I have to show off here tonight, and wow.
And it's also just an incredible job by Covert, because Alexander there is being covered, but the ball does not get thrown until Cruz turns his back so that King Alexander can't just burn him into the back of the end zone.
Going to spread out the linebackers, and that looked like it was a mistake. Looked like Harrison could have walked out one in, but the outside linebacker brought himself right back over. Looked like A.B. Turner that came right back to the middle, pick up the tackle. Because they spread the linebackers out. I'm not sure if you saw that, and they blitzed all 3 of them.
Oh, man, we got a big push for the line now.
Let's see which line is going to win it here in the trenches as we're right at the goal line. And Harrison takes it back. That's Bismarck Wright. Gets in the end zone for the second time tonight.
And what's unbelievable about this play in particular is that Lexington, on the whole, won the battle in the trenches, but it was the one holdout in the center, Jasmine Swift, along with the outside tackle there, I think it was Chris Arthur, giving enough room for Bismarck Wright to shed one tackle and then punch this one into the end zone. A gritty, gutsy pull.
Yeah, I mean, you hit right on the nail. The defensive line got pressured, but they ran right past their halfback, and the one lone guy who tried to tackle him just couldn't get grips of him, and Bismarck Wright broke that tackle and crossed old Hollywood Boulevard.
At this point, it looks like we're getting a little out of hand. Lexington needing to get back in this one somehow, unless San Jose wants to. San Jose looking for maybe hang 40.
How many likes do we have right now?
Oh,
I don't think it's enough. How many likes do we have right now for this video so far? It's not enough. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure you've got notifications on. Make sure you ring that bell so you won't miss any minute of SFL and SFLm action, and help the channel grow through your support.
I just checked. It's at 8. Come on, y'all. The button's right there.
Y'all.
Click the thumb.
Here is Flowers. Nice pass and catch to Alexander West. Let's see if Lexington can really get something going here on this drive, and they're going to need Alexander West to come up big as CJ Parrish is out for the game.
Talking about it frankly, if CJ Parrish is out, CJ, their leading receiver, you got to wonder just how much they can just say, okay, we'll just give it to Dion or throw to Dion in the flat. At some point, Alexander West has to step up. He's had 2 games in a row of over 100 receiving yards, but he's been almost invisible tonight.
There's another handoff here to Deion James, and James with a big stiff arm. I want to acknowledge this individual in the chat. He says, if I feel that the commentating crew turning a little bit, they secretly want to become flight fans. As a broadcaster, I can't become a fan of any team. I just call the game how I see it and how it's played out to us. You know, that's the best thing that we can do, right, Alex?
Amen to that. It's about the purity of the game and about having a good game, not about pulling for one team over the other. But great first down run there. Looks like the backup gallivanted across that first down line untouched. Landon Stone putting in work on that left edge.
Absolutely. Here come another 3 wide receiver set here for the flight. I formation. The defensive line is spread. They bring both linebackers as well. Flowers goes down as he had a feast for the flight. Stole that line from Cameron Irvine.
Look at this long looping route running to the outside for Landon Onum, the defensive tackle, with his sack there. And it's just so much pressure coming. Flowers doesn't even see this one coming off the strong side.
Here's Alexander West in motion. No one trails with him, so it's zone coverage. Flowers dump right across the middle of the field. That's going to be a reception to John Ouellette.
And I wonder about that one. That was a dangerous one. It only gains a yard. But the other thing about that is that's 2 crossing routes. You saw West and Ouellette both going across the middle. That's gotten Ethan in trouble before.
Watch formation. Receiver goes in motion. Dime here for the defense. 5-step drop here by Flowers. He goes deep. Touchdown. This is going to give the Lexington Miners a lot of momentum heading into the 4th quarter.
The right play, the right time, and the incredible throw. This one is lofted with the softest touch, and that is John Ouellette's first receiving touchdown of his career. Congratulations, John.
He's just striking down the middle of the field on a go route, and his pass just right over the hands of the defender there, and Ouellette just gets tackled right at the goal line and falls right into the end zone.
Some signs of life here. We go from a 3-score ball game to a 2-score ball game, but now it's on Lexington's defense to tighten up. Again, it's still 10 points apart, but there's enough time left for a comeback to be in the books here.
Absolutely. Glad to see Lexington still have fight within them and not give up and hold their heads down after San Jose came out, and basically started to run away with this game. Lexington showed they still got fight. They showed that they're men and women too. And they're not going to lay down easily.
It was getting a little bit dicey there because of how many unanswered scores that the Flight had strung together in a row. Suddenly, this little burst of, hey, we can get a stop and we can get a score is the kind of energy they need, and they need to reestablish themselves. If they can do it again here, even a field goal is good enough if they can just get the stop and then score on the subsequent drive.
Single back formation look like ace trips here. Bring a linebacker down to the bottom of the field. That pass is caught right across the middle to the 49-yard line in King Alexander. I mean, Alex, what can we say about this young man? Because he is like getting himself open and finding space in this zone defense.
Well, he has a reputation for it, and he's more than happy to broadcast it. He does feel like he is always open, and on this one, it's hard to say that he wasn't. Those orange helmets all in the area needed to get their hands up. They were all looking the wrong way to play the football.
I think Lexington is going to have to find something here on this defense to keep King Alexander in check, and Alexander comes away with another catch there. I mean, I feel that if they could take Alexander out of the game, the defense could get some stops.
That's easier said than done. He's 6'3", 240, built like a brick house. Like, just trying to wrap up this man takes at least one body and often two. He is a tough customer.
You would think a man that big wouldn't be able to run so fast. I mean, it's 240, head wide receiver. My goodness.
Like, come on, switch over to tight end already. Jeez.
Oh, wow. Exactly. It's another handoff here to Harrison. Harrison goes down 4 yards on the carry.
That's a stiff hit.
That was a
back
stiff
up from it just fine, but that was a good job.
Talk about putting your helmet right in the chest of the ball carrier there. Bismarck right, dots the eye here. They're going to give it to Bismarck right. What a nice hard run by the Flight running back, or fullback, should we say, of Bismarck right.
And not only does he get the carry here and break a tackle, it's how he has to spring up. He's almost completely shook off Kev Say Jr. here. This defense is not doing a good job combo tackling on a consistent basis. They're letting one guy try to get the tackle, and then when he misses, then they come in. You got to be just hitting.
There's Colbert. Oh, no, what a shoestring catch.
How does Ezekiel Bear get that one? What?
My. And that's going to do it for the third quarter, people. You're watching Simulation Football League here with the Simulation SFL Minor League, should we say. Put your fours up in the chats.
I'm holding up 4 fingers. Does that count?
Yeah, that does count. Especially if you're in college football. Here is Colbert with the handoff here to right. Right picks up the first down, but then runs backwards to get tackled. They're not going to get. They are going to give him forward progress there.
That's the friendliest spot I've seen. He bounced off that first tackle, but they say the second tackle hit him before he recovered from the first, so they credit him with forward progress.
You're absolutely right. I'm just laughing at the individual in the chats. Just all the time tonight, I see.
Chat's a little wild tonight. It's a spicy game.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna get about your 12s, 68, 86, and 93. The individuals that we've lost over the past few years. Here in the SFL and SFLm.
I've always thought it's a very touching way to pay tribute to the community members that we no longer have with us.
Absolutely. I love it. And motion. Toss here. Nowhere to go. Tackle right at the line of scrimmage.
Ready to safety.
Yeah.
Open field. One-on-one.
San Jose 3rd and goal at the 4. Lexington. Can they hold up? They bring one linebacker. Looks like Iggy Turner. He goes down and passes incomplete. King Alexander misses the one catch that could have really put this game out of reach.
And this would have absolutely put the game out of reach. Talk about a reference to another old school rapper, Dr. Doom, and coffin nails. That would have been the final coffin nail, it feels like, because that would have extended San Jose's lead back to 17 with 8:30 to go. Instead, they have to settle for 3, and that means it's still a 2-score ball game.
Wow. Yeah, that was it was a difficult catch. Let's say that for Alexander, because the ball was thrown low and to the outside. But as they say, if it touches your hands, you have to catch it, especially when you have on Nike Viper grip gloves. You know.
And come on, you're in the end zone. That's not the time to let anything bounce off your fingertips.
And here's Lexington starting here at the 28-yard line.
Still no
signs. Still a 2-score ball game.
It is a 2-score ball game. Lexington has the opportunity to make it to, if they can get a touchdown here and then a defensive stop, then it's only a 6-point ball. Then it's only a 6-point ball game because it's that 1 point away. Oh wow. Update on the other game. This is the exact score final going the other way. Nashville 34 over Pittsburgh going 21.
Oh, wow. Donald in motion. Handoff here to Deion James. And Deion James only picks up 2 yards. We haven't seen much of Deion James as what we saw early in the first quarter from him tonight. It's been, you know,
it's
the second half here, he just, I guess because they're playing catch up, you know, you just really haven't seen much of him.
And also, you got to consider that his 2 big scores were on passes that were out in the flat.
Yeah.
Oh my!
What a catch! I mean, not a catch. Let me say, what a tackle by Jack McPherson.
McPherson says, "You're putting me in the spin cycle? No, I'm putting you in the dumpster. How about that?"
Yeah, absolutely. There's a quad formation here for Lexington. Flowers underneath the center. 5-step drive. Got a pass complete to West. Looks like right at the 42-yard line.
On time and on target is all I can say. That's an outside breaking post route. Flowers waits for the traffic to clear, because to clear that route open, the outside-most route has to bend in to take that corner inside.
Ball was thrown in traffic as well, but Alexander West went up to grab that one. Here's a toss here to James. James goes down in the backfield for a 1-yard loss. This defense of the flight is playing some ball. It looks like 54 King McNeely was on the tackle.
This front 7 from San Jose has gotten the timing down on the snap count, and they just know when the run is coming. They're just smelling it. I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, sure. Second and 10 here for Flowers. Flowers on that back foot. He finds West down to the 34.
And West snagging that one man to beat. Elijah Quick with the potential touchdown saving tackle there, grabbing him by the waist and bringing him to the turf. That was very, very dangerous.
See what they marked this one at. Couldn't tell if it was the 34 or the 33. It looks like 34-yard line. If it stands at the 34, it's 25 yards. Pickup on that play from Flowers to West. And here's a handoff here to James. James goes down to pick it up 2 yards there. Tackle and brought down by Elijah Quick, who had one of probably the best interceptions I've ever seen, with it bouncing off his own foot.
Some stuff you normally wouldn't think you'd see except in the miracle plays, you know? Something off the Sports Center.
Absolutely. Here's another toss here to James, and James gonna go nowhere.
And I can't for the life of me understand why you run on first down and second down, pushing it like that, because this has been something that they've done a couple of times earlier on this drive. They're getting predictable, this Miners offense. The play calling needs to take a shift.
Here is Flowers rolling out. Got a reception. Alexander West has been the man here in the second half ever since C.J. Parrish has went down.
Finally making his appearance. Mr. West, you're overdue. This is one that is talent bailing out a dire situation, because Flowers has pressure coming, has to roll to his right. It's 3rd and 6. It's an ugly situation to have to make a conversion for, but he manages it.
I'm loving what I'm seeing from Flowers as he's letting the ball go. As soon as he hits that back foot, he's going to roll out now. He does! Oh my God! Now we're playing some football from the quarterback who goes up top and dives over Hollywood Boulevard. Hey, Ethan Flowers, have yourself a night, brother.
Someone check and see. We're still in the stadium, right? Because that's some backyard football shenanigans right there. You don't break pocket out on the weak side as a right-handed QB and dive, leapfrogging over swan diving, but he does, and it pays off. Now all eyes are going to be on Isaac Covert and this Lexington defense.
Absolutely. 4 minutes and 49 seconds left on the clock. And that drive there only took 3 minutes and 38 seconds. If the defense of Lexington can get a stop here, they can actually take the lead with a touchdown on the next possession.
Key operative word there, if.
There's a return here by the fly down to the 33-yard line. I don't think I've ever seen a quarterback scramble like that and dive over the top of defenders here in this league, whether it was the minors or the pro league.
Yeah, I've never seen anything like that. That's not even, I can't even say that's Ty Patakian, because Ty doesn't do that. He just leans down, you know? He puts the shoulder in. He doesn't go boing like he's got a pogo stick in his shoes.
And I'll go split back spread here. Here's a rollout here by Covert. Covert got his man right down the middle of the field on a post route. And it's Williams.
First reception for him of the night, but so many have been going to King Alexander, Ezekiel Bear, and Chris Arthur that Covert even finding someone else is something of a surprise with how easy he's been making hitting his number 1, 2, and 3 targets.
First and 10 here. Gonna go pair slot. Defense is playing man coverage defense. They're tight up on the line of scrimmage. The cornerbacks, that is. Handoff here. He picks up 5 yards there on the carry.
And a tough 5 yards to gain, but you can take any positive yard you can get whenever you don't have one of your lead feature backs in there. And that wasn't Sam Harrison. That wasn't Bismarck Wright. So they're more than happy with the push they got.
San Jose at Lexington's 41-yard line, and Harrison picks up a big first down there.
And what's making these runs so easy is the fact that Covert has been passing so effectively to the outside and has made it so that Lexington has to thin their box and not put as many people in the middle of the field to stop these run plays between the tackles. And San Jose is doing a masterful job taking advantage.
Pass right across the middle to Bear. Bear picks up 3. But man, the pressure that was in the face of Isaac Covert.
Pressure was coming, but all the same, he delivers the quick hit route, and it's complete, and it goes for 3. It's like a run for 3 yards, but with extra steps. Clock ticking away, and it's San Jose's friend.
Another handoff here to Harrison. Harrison is breaking tackles of this defense of Lexington.
Harrison breaks a tackle from Maggie Turner, only to get brought down by Mae West after the fact. Mama West saying, nope, no further. You stop here now.
4-3 defense here. Jokers is the offense. Bismarck Wright picks up the first down again. Inside of the 20 is the offense for San Jose.
inside the 20 with a fresh set of downs, or on the 20, we should say, with a fresh set of downs, and the play clock counting down, it's going to be inside the 2-minute warning. They could get one more play off before the 2-minute warning if they wanted.
Let's see if they keep it on the ground here. Or they're going to snap it before the 2-minute warning. And it looks like they decided to play it safe.
On
that note,
there's our 2-minute warning.
Mm-hmm. First and 10 for the flight. Looks like pressure to bring Iggy Turner on a blitz. Deflected away by the defense of Lexington.
And what a deflection needed, because there was still a receiver there that was back in the backfield looking to make a play. I think it was Bear. Bear gets hit by his defender to make sure there's no tip drill shenanigans.
Second and 10. Clock has stopped from that pass deflection. Handoff here to the halfback. And it's Bismarck Wright breaks a few tackles. He puts the nail in the coffin. 1:51 left on the clock. And the flight goes up by 12.
Bismarck Wright here running with authority and running away with this football game as he sees daylight all the way on the right side. It's an incredible blocking. He makes one broken tackle, and then there's just no one that can catch up to him on this side of the field.
A nice blocking there by 32. Outstanding block there by the fullback. And Bismarck just took care of business on his own, breaking tackles and giving us a sighting of his outbursting speed. Here's the extra point attempt. It is up and it is good.
So far in the second half, you could say that nobody beats the Biz. I know we're going back to that choke, but come on, look at that touchdown run that Bismarck Wright just had. Come on.
Your time is now to get your voice on the call. We are looking for passionate SFL participants to join our broadcast team for SFL Season 24. Please visit simfl.net/broadcasting for more details on how you can get involved and be one of the biggest difference makers in the future of SFL action.
So, Damon, it's not over until it's over, but it's looking a little bit over. Let's talk about what it needs to be not over. The first thing that has to happen is Lexington has to score a touchdown and fast. Then it's an onside kick and a recovery, and then they have to score again.
Mm-hmm.
Tall order.
That is a tall glass of water and a lot to ask, for this defense of Lexington to try to make a stop, or if Lexington is in the situation where they need to be on defense. But this offense really got to get something going here. As we just saw an incomplete pass there. Don't want to put the ball in harm's way, thrown into coverage as we just saw there. And these receivers, when the ball is thrown their way, they got to go up and get it, as Alexander West has been doing all night long. When the ball is thrown his way. So we need everyone else, not we. Lexington needs everyone else involved on this offense to get some catches going. Look, there's Alexander West once again. Comes up big, and Lexington calls a timeout.
Not saying that there aren't other choices on the field, but when your other choices are John Ouellette, who's fairly new and is only 5'10", he's a quick guy, but he has to make his breaks. Jimmy Went, it's tough to say it's going to be anyone other than West unless someone's wide open.
Yeah. And we cannot forget about John Ouellette, who had an outstanding touchdown earlier tonight on a go route when this offense was in quads formation. Here is Flowers. There's Ouellette again. Speaking of him, he picks up a first down, and Lexington called another timeout. I think they could have saved that timeout there.
They really could have, but here's the dangerous thing that we're in now. They've only got one timeout remaining, so our hopes of a comeback are getting slimmer and slimmer because they need those timeouts for later on if things go wrong. Now they're operating on the slimmest of margins.
Yeah, they're in San Jose territory here. They could have ran up the field and spiked it. There's another pass and catch.
This one to the backup.
Yeah, that was number 12 there.
That's going to be Madi, the replacement for CJ Parrish, who's still no sightings of him.
Yeah. He was labeled as probably when we check the injury report. So here's that quads formation. Look at the slot in the bottom. There's John Ouellette. He had a go route for a touchdown. Let's see if San Jose picks up one, and they played it perfectly. Outstanding coverage by 38.
And this time Lexington puts both of their two best receivers they have available in the slot on that time. You saw Ouellette on the right side, West on the left, the outside being bracketed by the backup receivers, and the cornerbacks knew who they didn't have to focus on. What's coming?
They bring pressure, and it's going to be incomplete, intended for John Ouellette again. Ouellette is getting a lot of targets here on this drive.
Getting a lot of them. Looks like it's got to be something about the way that they're playing West and the way that Ouellette is lining up in the slot is designed to try and give him some advantage. Willie Bands is having plenty to say about it, though, marking him one-on-one.
Shotgun formation here for Lexington, intended for West. That pass is deflected and tipped it away. Weakly on the deflection.
And it's just hard to see because this is one of those where it's a fairly quick hitting route. There's not a lot of time for Flowers to let these routes develop because of how the pressure is being sent. He has a lot of things he needs to go right.
4th and 10. Lexington at San Jose's 35, jumped off to Deion James, who had a touchdown on a jump off early tonight. He goes nowhere after picking up a few yards. Turnover on downs, and San Jose is going to get the ball right back.
And there's 2 times tonight that we've seen Deion James put someone on a poster out in the flat. This time Elijah Quick says, the game is on the line. This one is over. You stop here. San Jose has just put this one to bed, and they are flying high. 5 wins in a row.
That's going to be a kneel down there for San Jose. They basically want to milk this clock out.
And they don't even have to try because Lexington already used all of their timeouts on that previous offensive drive, and that means that this one is over. So I got a question for you, Damon.
Sure, yes, sir.
I already know who my player of the game is. Where are you leaning?
I am leaning towards King Alexander, or probably Isaac Covert. Why not? I'll go with the quarterback.
Thinking along the same lines, as impressive as Alexander has been, I think it's the offense that's been led by Covert that really has been Covert hitting every single receiver that's been available for him, including the backup. The only guy who didn't get at least 1 reception tonight being Rodney Smith. But everyone else got at least a piece of the pie. And Sam Harrison and Bismarck Wright with this rushing attack to seal the deal is the story of tonight's game. And Isaac Covert, though, is the story of the second half of this season. He's been a revelation to behold.
Absolutely. That's going to be the end of the game, people. Thank you for watching the Simulation Football League Minors, or SFLm. I'm so used to just saying Simulation Football League. That's the only, I think this is my only time broadcasting an SFLm game, Alex.
And that's a shame. You should do more of it sometime. I need more broadcasters. You're welcome in the booth with me anytime you like.
Hey, I just may hold you to that.
Hey, I appreciate that. I really do. So let's talk real quick about what this final result means for these teams. Lexington is now 2-3 in the second half of the season. They're still in the bunny, as it were. They're going to make the playoffs, but this basically puts to bed their hopes of getting the number 1 overall seed in the second half. They are not going to be able to capture a bye. Meanwhile, San Jose has just basically guaranteed themselves the bye. And think about it. This is from a team that was 5-5.
Wow. And they are just having a great run so far here on the second half of the season, right?
Couldn't be more correct on that one, but I don't think there's anything more that we could say outside of just an incredible team effort as a whole. Look at how they've scored in every quarter.
Yeah, that is amazing. Every quarter except the first, they have scored double digits, and Lexington has only scored a single touchdown in each of the 4 quarters. Well, that's going to do it for us tonight, folks. I was your broadcaster, Damon Simeon. Alongside me is my main man and good buddy, Alex West. Alex, say goodnight to the people.
Thanks so much, folks, for coming out tonight. It's been a pleasure. Have a great one.
No, this guy didn't add an S on the end of my name. You want to talk about making my blood boil? Add an S at the end of Damon and call me Demons like one of my grandmothers called me.